cannot share. I cannot share screen. They not send you the link. Hey, hello, hello, hello.
Good morning. What are you doing?
Hello. Please, can you hear me? Send the link to me. And just share it with me on WhatsApp. Hello, hello. So I'm trying to share the link with you guys. I'm trying to share the link to the group. So if you're watching this after replay, give us a few seconds and we are going to start. Right? So I thought I could share. I thought I could share.
Yes.
Hello, hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please, can you do me a favor? Can you hear me? Is it noisy? Maybe you go inside the room.
Maybe.
You go inside the room.
Okay, we.
You, like, so that you listen to me and tell me if it's noisy. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening, sisters. If you're joining this live, you are welcome. So, like I said, I'm just going to wait for 5 people to join. We have 2 people here right now, so we need 3 people more, just 3 people. And once we have the 3 people, we are going to go ahead and start the session. You know, I thought I would be able to share my screen on my phone, but looking at it here, I am seeing that I'll not be able to share my phone, right? So we have 4 people right now. Good evening, Obi. Thank you for joining. You are an amazing woman. I appreciate everything that you do for the Women Hangout initiative. This is to specially thank you for everything that you do for us. I see you. I'm going to have so much time to attend to you in the coming month, right? So there have been a lot on my table, but we are really grateful on behalf of every woman on the Women's Hangout initiative. We are grateful. We are grateful. I am really, really grateful. So we have 4 people here. I thought I would be able to share my screen, but with what I am seeing here, I'm not sure that sharing my screen is going to be easy, but that is not going to be a problem, right? Because I have everything that I want to be sharing with you guys here. So we have 4 people here. I don't know why people are not joining. What could be wrong? What could be wrong? What could be wrong? Okay, 5 people on board. 5 people on board. Thank you very much for joining. So we are going to start. Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, boys and girls. No, good evening, girls. They are not boys. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming on board. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are going to start. I saw 5 people. I saw 5 people. Is that the Asha? Don't mind him. Is that the Asha? Don't mind him. He's a supportive daddy Asha. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it is one thing to indicate interest, to say you are interested in something. Then it is another thing for people not to turn up when they are supposed to turn up, right? But we are not discouraged. We are not discouraged. We are still going to we are still going to keep doing it, right? Because like I said in the post that I posted this morning, the Women's Hangout initiative is not something the Women's Hangout initiative is not something that is a joke, right? It is not something that we think we want to do today and by tomorrow we give up. That's not what this hangout is about. So whether it is just one person that is going to be hanging out with me tonight, it is fine with me. Whether it is just me, it is fine, because this is a vision that I want to build with the whole of my heart. I'm going to take it slowly. I'm going to give it time. I'm going to give it all my effort, and I'm going to make sure I nurture it like my baby, because it is something that I have passion for. I have passion for women. I want women to live their best lives. I I want women to build a life that they really want. And this initiative is going to help. This initiative is going to help. This initiative is going to make sure you achieve everything you want to achieve, right? So let's go ahead with our session for today. Let's go ahead with our session for today. Let's go ahead with our session for today. So, hello, ladies, hello, sisters, hello, mothers, hello, girls. You're welcome to the Women's Hangout 2.0. So, this particular hangout is the second hangout that we'll be having in this initiative. We had the first hangout when I conceived this idea last month, and last month was just an opening speech, right? It was just an opening, it was just a ground opening, like a formal thing that I was going to be introducing this initiative to people, to you guys, right? So this is the second hangout, and I'm specially inviting anyone that is watching now, whether you're watching the replay or whether you're live here with me. I am welcoming you to the Women's Hangout 2.0. Thank you very, very much for joining. Thank you very, very much for joining. And this particular hangout is going to be centered around work-life balance for women and moms. How are you going to be balancing your life? How are you going to be balancing your work? How are you going to be balancing everything? All the things that are calling for your attention, how will you be balancing it? I'm going to be sharing how I do mine, and I hope that all the ideas or all the suggestions or all the recommendations that I'll be giving out tonight will be useful, right? So thank you very much once again for hanging out with me. This is going to be an amazing session. So the next thing on my agenda here is the introduction. So I'm going to introduce myself. Now, my name is Dr. Sampson. I am a woman and a mother. So everyone that is right here watching this video should be a woman, right? So ignore that Asha. That Asha is just a supportive husband. So my name is Dr. Sampson, and I'm a woman and a mother. I'm a woman like every one of you. My gender is a female gender. I am feminine, right? And I'm also a mother blessed with two adorable boys. And I am determined to be a good mother. Very, very important. So I want to be a good mother, and also I want to be an adorable wife. Two things. I want to be a good mother, and I also want to be an adorable wife. And I also want to be a star girl. Now I've said three things. One is a good mother, two is an adorable wife, and the third thing is a star girl. Now let me break down these three things. Now, I want to be a good mother to my kids, right? I want to be an adorable wife to my husband. These are two people. Now, these two people are not the society. There are so many departments, there are so many structures out there. There is a life outside being a mother, and there is also a life outside being a wife, right? So outside being a mother and a wife, I also want to be what? A star girl. So these are my three dreams. Want to be a loving wife, want to be an adorable mother, a good mother, and I also want to be a star girl whose voice must be heard before I leave the planet Earth. So I want to be a star girl where my name will be mentioned in big houses. I want to be a star girl whose voice must be heard before I leave this earth. So as long as I am here, I want to make sure that I achieve these three goals. So what are my goals again? One of it is I want to be a good mother to my kids, both the ones that are born, and maybe in the future I decide to born another ones. I want to be an adorable mother to this. Sorry, let me let me move this so that I can relax. So I want to be an adorable mother to my children, and I also want to be an adorable wife to my husband. So to the society out there, I want to be a star girl whose voice must be heard before I leave planet Earth. So this is it about me. Like I said, my name is Dr. Sampson. I am a woman and a mother, and I am determined to be a good mother, an adorable wife, and a star girl whose voice must be heard before I leave planet Earth. So we are going to be doing one exercise. So whether you're watching this video as a replay or you are live here with us, the first exercise is you are going to be introducing yourself. You are going to be introducing yourself. What is your name? What is your name? Please introduce yourself. So you're going to be introducing yourself in the comment section of this particular video, right? Introduce yourself whether you're watching this video life. Thank you very much. A good mother to the kid, an adorable wife. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So please introduce yourself. Tell us your name in the comment section and tell us what you do. Remember, this is a hangout. It is an opportunity for you to learn about people. You just learned about me. I told you that my name is Dr. Sampson. I'm a mother and a woman like you. You might not be a mother, but I am a woman just like you. and I have three dreams in this life. One of it is to be a good mother to my kids. Another of it is to be an adorable wife to my amazing husband. And another thing is I want to be a star girl whose voice must be heard in this earth, on this earth before I leave, right? So these are my dreams. So I'd like you to tell me the same thing. What is your name? Who are you? Are you a mother? If you're not, are you a student? What do you do? And what are your three main simple dreams as a woman? This one is as a woman. Women in this part of the world are not considered. I don't know the term to use. So what, please introduce yourself. Thank you very much, Oyeyemi. Thank you, Feikemi. Thank you very much, ma, for joining. You are Oyeyemi Feikemi. You are a mother. What do you do, ma? Please let us know. So I'm going to give us a little time so that more people will join and introduce themselves. Let me drop a reminder in the group. Okay, thank you very much, ma. Fekemi said she's a wife and a mother. It is so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, please, the two other people, please, can you introduce yourself? Can you introduce yourself? Then, if you're watching this as a replay and you get to this part, please introduce yourself, right? Introduce yourself. Okay, I'm going. This is 9:24. Once it's 9:26, we are going to move to the next thing on our agenda. So let's give. Okay, it's 8. Sorry, 8:24. Once it's 8:26, we are going to move to the next thing in our agenda. So let's give them the 2 minutes to introduce themselves, right? Hi, blessing. Thank you for joining and thank you for introducing yourself. It is nice meeting you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Madam Blessing, what do you do and what are your three dreams or two or three dreams as a woman on earth? Okay, I'm passionate about being a renowned fashion tutor all over the world. My voice must be heard. This is beautiful to read. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay, my name is Obiageli. I'm a supportive and lovely wife to my dear husband, mother of three biological children and foster kids. I'm on a mission to impact my generation positively and leave a legacy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is beautiful to read. I want to read more. Oh, time is already up. Time is already up. So we are going to be moving to the next activity. We are going to be moving to the next activity. And the next activity here is a very, very simple experiment, right? The simple experiment is you're going to be copying the link of this live video right now. You're going, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching us live. At this point, if you get to this point, you're going to be copying the link of this video and share it to your status, just your WhatsApp status. I am not asking for too much. I'm not asking for too much. I'm not asking for too much. So you're just going to share this. So once you share this link to your, so the exercise 2 is, let's share the link of let's share the link of this live video on our WhatsApp status and invite people to join the training live. That's what we are going to be doing right now. That's what we will be doing right now. So let's go. Okay. Okay, so we are going to go into the next. So we are going to go into the next thing here on our agenda. The next thing here is, now let's get into the reason for today. You know, there's a reason why we are on this hangout. And the reason is that today we want to talk about mom work-life balance for you as a woman and a mom. How are you going to balance the so many activities that you have in your life that is calling for your attention, all the activities that you have in your life that is seeking your attention? How are you supposed to how are you supposed to make sure that you are not exhausted, you are not overwhelmed, and you're still productive, you are still getting results, you are still doing the important things? How are you going to make sure? Now let's get into the very important tasks of today, the activities of today. Now the second assignment that I gave is for you to share the link to this live video on your status. Share the link to this live video on your status. Okay, Madam Blessing says, my dream is to raise people who will be financially independent and who will also raise other person. This is so beautiful to read. Now let's get into the business of today. Now I have three methods I use to balance my life every day. Just three methods, just three things that I use to balance my life every single day. Now, when I decided to host this particular training or this particular hangout, I knew that it was going to be as simple as possible because I love simplicity. I love relatable things and things that you can easily include in your daily activities and you are not overwhelmed, because the purpose of this particular topic is the fact that you want to reduce your the things that get you overwhelmed and exhausted, and also make sure that you are productive, right? Now I have three-step method I use to balance my life every day. I call it the KTC method. Please type in the comment section the KTC method so I know that you are following me. All right, now what I use is called what? The KTC method. The KTC method is the reason I am not insane, because so many things that you do, especially if you're a mother, you wake up so early in the morning, you are doing school runs, you are going to make breakfast, you're going to take care of the house, you are going to work, you're going to do so many things, and you still have your soul and body to care for, right? So the KTC method is the reason I am not insane. Now I want you to type in the comment section the KTC method so I know that someone is with me right now. Now the KTC method is the reason I am not insane. It is the reason why my business is growing every single day. It is the reason I am building my dream family. Now the KTC method is the supernatural method that I use to prevent me from going insane. It is the method that I use to grow my business every single day, and it is the reason I am using to build the family of my dream. It is the reason I am able to build healthy relationships with people, because I make time for you, I make time for my family, I make time for my business out of the 24 hours that you and I have, right? Thank you very much, Blessing, for doing the assignment. I am really, really grateful. All right. Now, the KTC method is the method. This method is the reason I am not insane. It is the reason my business is growing every day. It is the reason I am building my dream family. It is the reason I'm able to build healthy relationships with people, whether I am online or offline. All right. It is the KTC method that is giving me these privileges to do exploit and be supernatural. Where so many women like me are able to cope, I fit in perfectly, as if I am not a woman or as if I am not even a mother. What is my secret? The KTC method. My secret is what? The KTC method. Now, what is the KTC method? Enough of the suspense, right? Now, the K stands for knowing your priority. The K stands for what? Please, knowing your priority. Type it in the comment section. The reason why I'm telling you to type in the comment section is because I want this section to be as engaging as possible. Now, the first thing out of the KTC method is letter K, and the K stands for what? Knowing your priority. Now, everything seems to be calling for your attention. You wake up in the morning, you are doing school runs, you're making breakfast, you are attending to clients, you have a lot on your table. Now, knowing your priority is going to help you prioritize activities. Now, how do you prioritize activities? How do you know the things that you should do and the ones that you should not do? Now, this particular phase is going to be personal for you, right? It is going to be what? Personal for you. Now, what are the things that you have to achieve today? That is what I do. I ask myself, what are the things that I have to achieve today? So when I wake up every morning, I tell myself, okay, Dorcas, this is a new day. And even if I have a lot on my table, I have a husband to attend to, I have kids to attend to, I have my online business to build, I have client work on my table to do. How do I make sure I do the things that are very relevant and make sure that I sleep at night peacefully, knowing that today was a success? I sleep at night telling myself that yes, I did it. How do I do it? Now, what I do every morning is once I wake up in the morning and I finish doing my children's school runs, especially when it is the school day, like it is the school period. What I do after they have gone to school is I sit down and write out all the things that I have to achieve today. I write the things out. Now, I write even the petty things. So I pick up my phone and I start typing. So I type, I'm going to go to the gym, and gym is from any time that I go, maybe 8 a.m. to 10:30 or 11 a.m. So after I come back from gym, I'm going to write a script for one of my clients. I'm going to set up my client's ad. I'm going to check my ad. I'm going to go for grocery shopping. I'm going to have sessions, strategy calls with clients that have paid for the strategy. I'm going to write out all of those things. Now, at the end of the day, I realize that the things that I need to achieve today are even more than 10. And if I don't write it out, I might not even remember them. I would think that the things are few, and I would just try to randomly do things. At the end of the day, I might not achieve much, or I might not even achieve things at all. And out of the mental stress, like I'm stressed that, oh, today I've passed again, I was unable to set up clients A ad, today I've passed again, I was unable to finish editing my sales page, today I've passed again, I could not hold the strategy session that I had to hold with client B, today I've passed again, I was unable to talk to this, to do this, to go for grocery shopping. I was unable to finish reading the book that I started reading. I was unable to complete the series that I was watching. I was unable to do. And I will go to sleep overwhelmed and stressed by work that I did not even do. Now, I don't know if someone feels this way. If you know that you can relate to what I'm saying, please let me know in the comment section, because I've been there. I am almost still there, but I have just tried to figure out a little way that helps me stay productive. So even if I have 10 things to do every day, I try as much as I can to achieve more than half of the things I have to do. So even if I have 10 things to do and achieve 7, I feel really, really good. But most people don't achieve all of these things. And what happens to them at the end? They get overwhelmed, exhausted, and frustrated. And that is not how to build the life you want, especially if you're a mother, especially if you're a woman, especially if you have big dreams like me, that wants to be a star girl, and I want my voice to be heard. Right? So if you can relate to this, if you can relate to a life like this, kindly let me know in the comment section. So what did I say you should do? I said you should write out the things that you have to achieve today. That is the first thing that you need to do. So once you wake up in the morning, just pick up your phone and write out. See, making time to write out the things that you need to do is your first attempt to achieving success in your day. Making time to write out the things you need to achieve today is your first attempt to success. So if you are unable to keep to that routine of writing, then that means you are not even serious. If you read my post this morning, you see that I wrote there, I said sprinkling a little bit of seriousness and consistency. So no matter the big dreams you have, no matter the wishes you have, if wishes were horses, what will happen? Even the poor will do what? Will ride. So saying you want to be a star girl, saying you want to own the biggest fashion tutor house in the world, saying you want to do this and do that, it is going to be impossible if you refuse to sprinkle a touch of consistency and seriousness here and there. So getting up in the morning to write out the things. Now, writing out doesn't mean you're going to do all of them. You just want to make sure you write these things out so that you look at them and say, Omo, these are the things that I need to achieve today. Oh, I wish and I pray that I achieve it. And of course, prayers are for the weak, but winning prayers is just prayer, right? So once you are able to back up your prayer with action, then prayer is just going to be words, empty words, right? Thank you very much. We just started using a to-do list, and it is helpful. To-do lists are powerful. We are going to talk more on that in the course of this. Now, after writing the things that you have to achieve today, the next thing you want to do is, what are the most important things? Now, you have written all the things that you have written all the things that you need to do today. You type them, or you took out pen and you wrote them, or you took out stick notes and you wrote them out. Now, after writing them out, you saw 10 things, you saw 20 things that you need to do. You saw that you need to go to the gym, you saw that you need to do the dishes, you saw that you have to go grocery shopping, you have to go and see your church member that was sick, you have to jump on strategy calls if you are like me that works online, you have to finish your client dress, you have to send messages, follow up messages to this person, to that person. Now, after doing all of these things, right? After doing all of these things, what what is the what are the most important things? After writing all of these activities that you need to achieve today, what are the important things? It is time to single these important activities out. Knowing your priority. Now, so you are going to single out the most important things. Everything is important. That's what you're going to tell yourself. But what are those things that if you achieve them today, it is going to make the bigger difference in your life? So you are going to single them out. That doesn't mean other things are not going to be done, but you want to make sure you do those important things first. Now, I also suggest that those important things that you want to do first, why are people why are people unable to get through Chineke na? So okay, sorry, I was actually trying to attend to some people in the group. Okay, so what I do next is I single out the important activities. Anytime I come back from the gym, I just sit down with my to-do list and say, okay, I've gone to the gym or I am back from the gym. What are the things that I need to do today? I just say, okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to check all the ads that I'm running. After checking the ads, I will reach out to my clients whose ad I am running, right? I'll reach out to those clients, I'll talk to them the things that I need to say. Then I will post, I'll create content. I'll post on Instagram, devote the time. Times I use over most times most times I use over 2 hours to create content. Once I am creating content, I don't divide my attention. I make sure I I face one course until I succeed. So I know that I need to finish fast. Okay, so I know that I have other things that are seeking for my attention, but I want to make sure whatever it is that I'm doing right now, I focus on it until I finish. So I don't stand up and say, "Omo, this thing is taking too much time. Maybe I'll come back to it later." No. So I start creating content. I know that I'm supposed to post. I know that I'm supposed to post content on the Joseph couple, the page that my husband and I are sharing. I know that I have to post content on it. I have to post on the Brilliant Dockers page. I have to write on Facebook. I write on Facebook first because writing is easier. Then I go on Instagram, I edit videos since it is reels that we are posting now. I edit the videos, then I post. Then I spend a little time to do content research, like I watch like 3 reels. I save the one that I need to save based on my coach, what he told me, right? So I leave there immediately. I don't go back to the app until I finish the next activity. So I am doing all the activities as I'm supposed to do it. I take out the very important activities and I make sure I sit with it until I finish. So most times at the end of the day, I realize that okay, it is only create content that I created today. Oh. I created the content. That is the most important thing. I didn't stand up to say, okay, I'm coming. Then I went outside, I started talking to someone, I started chatting with someone, I started answering my student questions. Before you know, my attention is divided. And for someone like me that is unable to multitask, I don't know how to multitask. I don't know how to be doing so many things at a time. I make sure to focus. So if you're like me, you want to do what you want to focus on one thing until you are done. So what did I say you should do first? I say you should know the most like you should write out all the things that you need to achieve today. Note down all the things that you need to do or to achieve today. The second thing you want to do is single out the important activities. And the third thing that you need to do is to do what is to face one thing. until you finish before you move to another thing. So let's continue. Please share the link with your friends. Share the link with your friends. So the next one here is, how can you keep yourself accountable? How can you keep yourself accountable? We are so used with the fact that they say, this life I can't kill myself, oh, I can't kill myself, oh, I can't kill myself, allow me to flex. Oh. So most times I do that too. When I have so much to do and I find myself lying down, maybe I am not feeling like it, maybe I am tired, or I am feeling a little depressed. That period where you are feeling like you are depressed. Meanwhile, maybe you are actually hungry, or your husband vex you, or you read a comment on your post, then you just lie down there. Then you now realize that I have so many things to do, but here I am lying down. Then you tell yourself, omo, this life I can't kill myself, let me rest. I am not saying you shouldn't rest, right? Because me and rest, we are 5 and 6. Most times I will just lie down the whole of that day without resting, but without doing anything. But I also want to tell you that any day I decide to lie down without doing anything, it is either I did some of those things yesterday, like I did so much yesterday, and I know that even if there is no rest for me, I can actually rest. So you want to make sure before you rest, you have considered so many things, right? So how do you keep yourself accountable? One of the ways I keep myself accountable, and that way stands out for me, is by knowing why I am doing whatever it is that I'm doing. So if I am trying to build my online business, and just because yesterday no one bought, or all the leads that are coming to my business, they're asking me how much, and none of them is paying, then I get discouraged. Now, it is the why. Why am I building this business? One of the reasons why I'm building my online business is because I want to make so much money. So much money that will help me travel with my spouse. So much money that will help me build the kind of life that I want for my children and my parents, right? So that is a big why for me. I want to be so comfortable that I can afford the basic things of life. So when I get discouraged or I feel lazy, I think about my why. Why am I here? Why am I a woman? Why am I in this house with the love of my life, married to him? Why am I doing whatever it is that I'm doing? It is the why that is behind whatever it is that I'm doing that keeps me accountable. Because I am afraid of poverty, and I am also afraid of failing. It cannot be heard anywhere that Dorcas tried, she could not succeed, and she gave up. So I am going to be right here, whether that was why when I started this women's hangout initiative. It is actually a monthly event. So next month we are going to be having something like this. Now I am not bothered about the number of people that are showing up here, because I do not care. I am someone who built something. I hold it is the future that I have in mind. So I'm going to make sure I put in my best. I'm going to make sure I give out the whole of me. I'm going to make sure I share value. And whether it is one person that is here, or it is two people, or it's just me, I'm going to make sure to start it, to continue it, to be right here. Because in the future, I have so many dreams. I'm going to be holding offline hangout. I'm going to be inviting the best and biggest and most influential women in the country to come talk to us. So if I give up right now, because I have just two people right now watching me, my goal and my dream for this initiative will not be productive. It will not be achieved, right? So you need to have a why. So why am I doing this? It is because I want to reach out to a whole lot of women who are losing themselves, who feel because they are women they cannot be influential, they cannot have their own money, they cannot be so rich because you have children. All right, now it is your why that will keep you going. Quitting is what, it is not an option. Now, letter T stands for what? Letter, we say the KTC method, right? So letter T stands for time blocking my day. Time blocking my day. Now, this time blocking my day, the way it works for me might not be the way it's going to work for you, but I'm going to tell you the way I do it. Many people will tell you, tell yourself that when you wake up in the morning, from 7 a.m. to 7:15 you make your bed, from 7:15 to 8 a.m. you take your bath. Now, that is not the way I time block my day, because once I do that, I get overwhelmed with, like, it get overwhelming, like someone is pointing a gun to my head and telling me that you must lay your bed by 7:15, you must take your bath and do all your body care before 8 a.m. That is how I feel. So, but I still time block my day. How do I time block my day? When I'm going to the gym, I tell myself that, okay, I'm going to the gym by this time, anytime that I leave the house. I'm going to spend just 2 hours in the gym. That is what I tell myself. So if I'm going to the gym by 7:30, I know that by 9:30 I'm going to be home. I'll come back home. So it is 2 hours that I give myself. I time block myself. I tell myself, okay, I'm going to be taking my bath. I'll use 15 to 20 minutes to take my bath. I don't set time. So even if I stand up from my bed and I come to sit down to press my phone, I still tell myself that after I finish pressing my phone, it is 15 minutes that I'll use to bath. So I still press my phone. I still chat with friends. I still jump on calls with my mom. I still exchange reels, send stickers to my husband. Then I will still stand up and spend 15 minutes. So I time block my day to make sure I am not using too much time. I cannot go to the gym and spend 4 hours. I am not going to the gym to spend 4 hours. I'm not in the bathroom singing and dancing and going to the bathroom in my phone and using the toilet and spending 5 hours in the toilet, because I know that I have just 30, 15 minutes to spend there. All right, that is the way I time block my day. Now, I'm picking when to do things and putting them in order. You can plan dates and outings, rest, taking trainings. Now, when you time block your days, you can plan your dates with your spouse, or you can plan going to visit your family, you can plan visiting someone, you can plan outing with the family, you can plan a time to rest. You can tell yourself that, okay, I'm going to be sleeping for 2 hours, I'm going to be napping for 2 hours. And for something like that, you can set alarm that, okay, I'm going to fall asleep. Let me give myself approximately 30 minutes to fall asleep. And if I fall asleep between 30 minutes, this is the time that it will take to be 2 hours. So you time block your day, you make sure by that 2 hours your alarm will wake you up. All right. So you plan your rest, you plan taking trainings so that you stop paying for courses that you are not taking. So if you tell yourself that, okay, I'm going to use 30 minutes to watch Madam Chioma Ifanye's course I paid for, I'm going to use 30 minutes to watch Madam Dorcas course that I paid for. You know that you are time blocking your day. Once it's 30 minutes, anywhere you stop, you stop. Tomorrow you continue. You are time blocking your day so that you are not spending too much time doing just one thing. That is why you time blocking your day. So once you time block your day, which T stands for time blocking your day. Honey, please, my battery is low. Can you give me power bank? Once you time block your day, you are able to do what? You are able to plan for so many things. Now, time block them on your calendar, right? You time block them on, thank you. So this thing no no point. Okay, sorry, my battery. Now that is what time blocking your day means. So if you understand what time blocking your day means, like I've just explained, just write time blocking your day in the comments. All right. So the reason why I'm telling you, asking you to type It's because I want to be sure that someone is following me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have you shared this link on your status? Have you shared it on your status? Now, see, we are almost rounding on so that you ask your questions, then we are good to go so that some of us will start prepping for school tomorrow, right? Now, see, which is the last one. I said KTC method. It is the KTC method that does what, that keeps me sane. It is the KTC method that is helping me to build my dream family. I'm always there for my children to attend to them. I do their homework myself, and I don't just do random homework like I help them to write. I teach them. So when they come back from school and they told my son that domestic animals are animals that lives around us. So I will even go outside with them and tell them, okay, these are domestic animals. The reason why they are domestic animals is because they live around. Like, I have the time to do all of those things because I am time blocking my day. I am using the KTC method. Now, remember I said the K is knowing your priority. The T is doing what? Time blocking your day. And the last one here is C stands for choosing to believe that it is easy. You know, all these things that I've said is already overwhelming you if you are going to tell me the truth, because see how the way I'm saying it as if it is easy. Now, the last thing here is the C. You are going to choose. Like, you're going to tell yourself that, hello, Dorcas, now everything about balancing my life and work is going to be easy. You're going to choose to believe that. So choose to believe that it is easy. Choose to believe that it is easy to have a work life balance. Choose to believe that it is easy to build your dream business, to build your dream family, to build healthy relationships with people. It is easy to go out on offline hangout, attend event. It is easy to travel. Everything is easy. Now you need to choose to believe, and the belief must be a firm belief. So that is the third one. The third one is what? Choose to believe that it's easy. Now, because impossible is nonsense. That is what me I believe. I believe that everything is going to be easy to do if I do what? If I start, if I give it time and I am consistent. Now I'm going to start. I'm going to be start and be hardworking. Three things: start and be hardworking. Then I'm going to give it time, and I'm going to be consistent. Then everything will naturally do what? Fall in place. So C is what? Choose to believe that it is easy. Now, if you think everything that I just said here is hard, that means it is hard. But if you choose to believe that it is doable, if someone can do it, then you too can do it. Then it is actually what? It is actually doable, right? Now, we are almost 1 hour here, and I want us to leave. Now I'm going to be concluding. Having something big that drives you. Remember, I said it. Have something big that drives you. You have to have something really big that drives you, that is behind you. Maybe the life you want for yourself. You don't want to live all your life for your children. You want to live your own life. You want your children to have their own life. You also want to have your own life, because when we were growing up, our parents were living their lives for us. Now, it is not for you to live your life for your children. It's for you to live your life for yourself, and your kids to live the life for themselves. Everyone should be happy. No one should sacrifice their happiness for the other person, right? So you have to have something big that drives you. Be a go-getter that is ready to succeed at all costs. Now you need to be someone that is ready to look at something, tell themselves they can do it, go for it, and will be ready to not do it if they don't do it. Now you need to be someone that is ready to succeed at all costs. Now you need to be someone that is ready to Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm really sorry. There was a break. So, so as I was saying, you need to be a go-getter. You need to be a go-getter. You need to be ready to go for it and make sure to achieve it. Now, it is not going to be easy. Trying to balance your life and work is going to be like it's going to be very exhausting, especially if you're trying to start planning your life, how you're going to get enough rest, have so much time for your husband, make sure your marriage is not boring and it is fun, make sure your children are being children, they are enjoying themselves and all. You need to plan, and it's not going to be easy at first, but it is going to be worth it once you get your planning. All right, now you need to try to do all little important things every day. So every day as you wake up, you need to do important things, little things, like that particular content that you need to create it, that particular hangout that you need to attend it, those particular messages that you need to send them. If you need to reach out to friends and start making new friends, you need to go for it. You need to go for it, right? You need to go for it and make sure until you get it, you don't stop. Now the last thing I would like you to do is to do what? To prioritize self-care. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, make sure you're taking care of your skin, you're taking care of your body, because your body harbors your soul. So whatever it is that you're doing, the money you're trying to get, you want to make sure you're healthy, you want to make sure you are in sound mind, your mind is sound, you want to make sure you have a good breath, you're smelling nice, you're carrying good hair. No matter how bad the situation is, you want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. So prioritize self-care and missed all your activities, so that when you go out there, no matter how people are seeing you, they are seeing that this woman is trying. You're caring for yourself, your children are looking good, your husband is looking fine. No matter how the situation is, no one needs to know, because you're balancing your life and you're balancing your work. Now I'm going to, this are the last word, right? I'm going to tell you again. You know, my mandate is, do not delay gratification. Do not tell yourself that once my children are 15, that is when I'll start going out with my husband. Once my children go to boarding school, that is when I'll start traveling to see local places. Do not tell yourself that. You want to start living your life now, right? Do not delay gratification. Any dress you like, save towards it. Even if it's to buy polo, to start saving to buy the clothes that you like, buy them. Stop looking like it's your own that is the baddest. Go for the clothes that you like. Start saving to 200 naira to buy your favorite perfume, even if it's 1,800 naira, you cannot afford it at a go. It is not bad, right? You can start saving 100 naira, start saving 50 naira. Before you know, you buy your perf and you hide it. You guide it very well so that it is only you that is smelling nice. Because when you look good, when you prioritize self-care, you attract good people to yourself. So people will look at you, so that they will not look at you as if your own is too. I'm not saying you should fake it, right? Because the money you are saving, you are not stealing it to save. You're saving it yourself. Right? Now you don't want people to start avoiding you. You don't want people to avoid you in church. You don't want people to avoid you when you go out on events. You don't want it to affect your self-esteem. And once your self-esteem is on the line, there are so many people that will be on the line. Now, self-esteem is going to be the next topic. Thank God it dropped in my mind. I'm going to write it down. Madam Obi, if you're here, please take note. Self-esteem, we are going to come up with a topic around building self-esteem as women and mothers. All right, now once your self-esteem is on the line, there is a problem. All right, so we have come to the end of today's hangout. I would like people to ask questions, so let me drop in the group so that people can come live and ask their questions. People can come live and ask their questions. Please, if you have a question, kindly ask. So even if you're watching this as a replay, please ask your questions in the comment section. I'll always come back here to reply to all. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is very important. Your subscription is important to me. I'm even shocked that I have to say it now. So I'm waiting for questions. Please ask your questions. So I'm going to give us till 9:15. Thank you very much, Madam Obi. She said it is powerful and value packed as promised. Okay, once is 9. So just ask your question, whether you are watching live or replay. Just ask your question based on whatever it is that you've watched. What are your questions? You're welcome, Madam Obi. I'm glad you took something home. Sorry. No questions. We have 3 minutes more. Okay, so we have finally come to the end of this session. Everyone wants to say bye bye to everyone. I don't want to say bye bye. Say bye bye to everyone. Say bye bye. You want to say bye bye to?
Bye bye.
Bye. Oh yeah, that's no. Okay, we should go back. Let me tell daddy.
I'm down to my daddy.
Let me tell daddy. That's okay.
Hey,
Mm.
what?
That's something okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Sleep tight, everyone. Bye bye.